Okay, in this video I'll be showing you the basic features in the Pixel app and the app we'll be using. So do well to go to Play Store and download the app, and then so that you can flow. Then just open the app, the Pixel app. Okay, so when you open the app, this is usually the first thing you will see. This is the first thing you will see. Okay, so if you look on this line that is moving right now, you will find out that this blue color that marks it when I touch them. So I'm on the first one. This first one is responsible for backgrounds. See this background? You see this? You see this? But then in Pixel Lab, throughout our whole class and your whole design, this is what you'll be working with. This is where you put your designs and everything you want. This is not necessary, really. We just work with this first one, okay? So this is responsible for backgrounds. So for backgrounds, this is where every of your work will be applied on your logo, your anything, your flyer. So, but the color is changeable and everything. I will show you much later. It's just for you to know the function of these three circles that's put together, like Audi logo. Okay. And the next one will be text. So, in order for me to edit text on Pixel Lab, where I will touch or where I will go to is not here, but rather I will move to the next one, the next icon, which is represented with capital letter A. So what I will do is that on this text right now, I can work on it. I can do something I want. I can edit it. So now look at edit. I have edit already. So when I click on edit, it opens it up. I clean it up and write what I want to write. So let me write PJ Designs. Okay. All right. So the next one is delete. Delete is just to take it out of the way. But then, if you want to bring anything back, just click on this arrow that is up, turning backwards, and everything comes back. Then copy means to just double it. You can copy even again, as many as you want. Okay. But then, let me just delete. Okay. Let's work with one now. All right. So now, the front and to the back, I'll be showing you this much later. It's not relevant now, but it's very important just as the class continues. Okay, now position is just moving it all around the background. Moving it all around the background. Move it, and move it, okay? And relative position is moving it at more of a greater distance and strategic points on the background. See that? Okay? That's it. But then it's at the middle right now. Then text size, from here you can increase size or reduce the size. Very simple, very simple. Okay. Then the next one is the padding. Padding is just to increase the front and the back borders of the PJ design of the text actually. Okay. So here's what I mean. You just increase it so that there will be more space. Okay. So that sometimes when you want to merge it, what I'll be showing you later, it might cut the font. So sometimes you just need to increase this padding in order for it to be safe, okay? Then the next one is the color. Very simple. You change the color of the text to anything you like, okay? All right. So it has color. Color is either plain or gradient. Gradient is just a mixture of two or more colors, okay? Now, I see there is green here, there is yellow, and there is blue. That's a gradient color, but now we are on plain. Okay? So, texture, I'll be showing you this much later. Then, opacity. Opacity is just to this. Many times you don't use this opacity for text because every text you use on design must be clear and visible. Okay? Then the next is rotate. You can actually rotate if you want, Then, okay, this is just the feature of that. Rotate, okay. Then the next, mask. Forget about mask for now. Then font. This is where you change your font. You can choose any one you like. Okay. Let's use this chunk 5. Many times I use chunk 5 personally. Okay. Bold style. This is B style. You can bolden the word, the text. You can slant it. You can underline it. But then if you want to cancel, just do this and then click on this and it goes out, okay? Then the next is curve. I'll be showing you, curve. Just simply to copy the letter, that's all. Yeah. For example, you want to create something like Chelsea logo. That is the Chelsea day, I think it's called, right? This is this kind of thing, I used to call it, okay? So that's as simple as that. As simple as that. So Next is text background. Text background. This is to give background to the text, and you will see this in many flyer designs. Many flyer designs. Okay, for example, now look at this. It's now changed. So you can change the color here. You can change it to any color you like. Okay, now this is green. Okay, this is where you can. This is the left padding. You can increase it. See that? You can bring it inside. You can take it out. You can take it up. Yeah, you can take it down and bring it back. Then radius, you can choose to make it like this. That's the radius. Okay, back to background. That's where we are. So that's what the radius does. Kind of curves the edges. You see that? So just covering the edges. Okay. Then align. Okay, this is when you have many text at the same time. I'll be showing you much later. Then spacing is just to move when you want to space the letters. So each letter will be spaced from each other. Okay. Now look at it. Then this one is the spacing of words. Now PJ will be spaced from design. Okay. Very simple. And okay, line spacing. Don't worry about this for now. Then stroke. Stroke is when you want to put a border on each text. So you put a stroke, and now it has a black stroke. Why is it black? Because black is the color here. You can change to white, you can change to red, you can change to this, you can change to this. Okay, let's leave it at black. Now you can increase the width of the stroke as such that it will be so large as though it's embedded inside of it. Okay, now that's it for stroke. And then shadow, you can give a shadow to the text. This shadow is very important, but then I'll be showing you much later. I'm just showing you the basic features. Basic features, okay? You can see the difference, see what it's doing. See what it's doing, okay? But then I'll show you much later. Then, okay, forget about inner shadows for now. Then emboss, okay? This is actually the secret where you turn your text to 3D text. You know, but then we'll be leaving these areas for now, but this is what it means. Are you seeing the feature? But then don't worry about this for now. I will change it, okay? Then 3D rotate. Are you seeing that? Okay, so this way. Now this is not just ordinary rotate right now, but this one is 3D kind of rotation. See that? And then 3D text, they can turn to 3D. Okay, but then later I'll be showing you this. Okay, so that is it for text. Then the next I'll be showing you is how to edit an object. Now this is a text. This is a text. It's not an object. So if you want to, remember I said if you want to edit a text, what you do is to click on this icon, this blue one, and then you edit it. Okay. So let's delete it for now. Okay, let's delete from here out. Then, in order for us to have an object on this background, we have to import an object. So it can be a picture, it can be an object, literally object. There is an icon. I will show you right now. You can import anything on the background. So when you want to import, what you do is to click on this plus icon up here, and then you see shapes, and then shape comes in. Then here is the shape. You can choose the shape from here, choose the one you want. Okay, let's go with the circle. So once you edit the circle, you could just opacity. Okay, you can change the color to either gradient, or plain color. So let's leave it at plain color for now. Let's leave it at black. Then stroke, want to give it a boundary. Then stroke, change the color. Okay, that is it. You can change the stroke width too, right? And make it bolder. So we'll have an object on background right now. So you see. So when you want to edit an object, you don't click here. Now you now go to this one that is in the middle. Now here is where we edit our text. If you want to edit it, you can change to square if you want. You can simply click here and go back, change again. Okay, but then let's use this. Then crop is not necessary. Then copy, you can make it, you can reproduce it again and again. Okay, all right. So front and back, forget about that for now. Position, move it around the background. That's it. Then I already showed about relative position, just it's still moving, but moving at greater distance. Okay, all right. So that is it. Then the next is size. You can increase the size or reduce the size if you want, as much as you want, that suits your design. Okay. Then the next is color. You can actually change color from here again. You see that? But then we already have a color from the first time we imported it, so no need for putting extra colors. Okay. So okay, we already have stroke. You saw it there now. You can erase objects. You can erase. For example, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Now that's out. See that? So you can actually erase in Pixel Lab, and that's where to erase. So, but I don't want to erase this now, so I'll go back and undo what I did. All right. So the next one is mask. Not very important right now. So okay, erase color is you want to from this background now you want to erase a particular color that you don't like, or you want to actually remove. So what you will do is just click on erase color, enable it first. Now, whenever it is white, it will erase automatically. But then let me remove black. Okay, let me erase this black. Now all I'll do is to click this spot. I'll click this place, and then I'll now click the good, and then the black is out. The black is out, it's not remaining the white. But then we're not using this for now, so let's leave it. Okay, so rotate. See that? Okay, so 3D rotate. I already showed you this there. That's what 3D rotate does. Then shadow. You can just give it a shadow if you want. Okay, so these are the major things I'm showing you. Then the next you'll be learning is now let's delete these objects. We're done with objects. Okay, so the next now is background. Now this place is where we choose the background, but background can be edited, but it's not edited here. It's now edited in this fourth icon. Now this is where we edit it. So when you open it, this is where to change the color of this background. So when you now open, have white, change it to white, change to red, change to deep red, change to blue, or you can choose gradient. You can choose gradient. I love this color so much. I use this one. Now look at the default one they were using. See that? And look at another one. Those are gradient colors. Okay. So let's go back to the one they were using, which is this. Okay. So now this is if you want to work on a transparent background. This is very important when you want to save your logos. We'll be doing that subsequently. So you can change the background to transparent, and then whatever you are working, you can save it and it will be transparent. If you want transparent background, that means you can attach it to any picture. Maybe you are doing business, you can attach it on your flyers, on your pictures, and that's how to extract it from Pixel Lab. Okay, so okay, let's go back to let's give it back a color. Okay, so we're back here. Then forget about this for now. Image size. Forget about image for now. Forget about just take note of this. Then I would have shown you this too, but this is not necessary for you now. This is also editing the background, but let's forget about this right now. Okay. So that is it. Those are the most important features you must know. So a little review here is to get your background. Okay. Here is to edit text. Okay, that's when you write. So for example, now there's no text on background. You want to add text, just simply click this plus, and then it is out. You can just edit and start writing. Okay, so that is it. That is it. Okay, so here is when you have an object. So if you want to bring in an object, is either you click this plus or simply just click here, and the shape will come in, and then you now begin to work on it. Okay, then the next one is the background I just showed you. This is where you edit your background. You can change the color if you want. Okay, all right. So here again is where you can bring in. This is where you bring in pictures from your gallery. You saw that. Okay, let me go back. Just press the plus sign. Look at from gallery. Just click it, and then it will take you to your gallery. Then you now open your gallery. You can pick any picture that you want. Okay. You can pick any picture that you want. Okay. A big picture. I'm bringing any picture. Okay. Alright. Then click on the good mark, and then it appears on Pixel Lab. Okay. That's how to bring in picture into Pixel Lab. You see that? So I'll be deleting that. Then here is where you save your work. You either save it as a project, you write your name, the name of the project, and save. Okay. Or when you are done with the work, just click here. You see it looking like a memory card or something. Then click on save image. Then when you want to save, you will now choose quality. Click on here, on this place actually. Then save on ultra mode. Ultra. Then save to gallery. Okay. Then that saves your work. That's where you save. So, okay. Now, this is where you bring in default quotes. These are just quotes that Pixel Lab provided. Okay. They just provided these quotes. See that? So you can just bring in anyone, click it to just come out. So now you have a text on it. You can now go to text place, this icon, and begin to edit. You can now begin to change size, do whatever you like with it. You see that? Okay, so let's delete that. Now here is where you change the size of the image. The size, this is very important. So many times you want to design a business flyer, you can just change the image to maybe 600. I'll be showing you this much later more extensively. Then the size will change. Now you have a size, for your business on social media flyers. Okay. Then this is another very important one. This is layers, where everything you bring into Pixel Lab will appear on this. And layers. For example, let me bring in a shape. Okay. So I bring in this shape. Fine. So when you click on this layout here, layers, then click it, then the square now appears here. So when you click on this padlock, it will now pin the square on the background. It will not have the ability to move again. You can't move it. You see, it will lock it. So this is very important when you are doing some work, so that you will not mistakenly move them to where you're not and scatter your work. So you just lock the background. You lock the picture actually. So when I open it now, it can start moving again. Okay. Now the next one is, I can choose to edit, copy, but you already have edit icon down before. So here, this one is something like an eye that is cancelled, it will not delete, but it will put it out of sight for the meantime. So the square is gone. So you can bring it back when you want. Okay. Then here is the delete you want. Okay. So that is it for this layout. So these are the major features you must have to know. You must know as a beginner user of the Pixel Lab. Okay. So I'm sorry the video is long, but it's very important that you take out time and explain it to you. Okay. All right. Thank you.